Listen, I don't care what you're addicted to, whether it's porn, junk food, social media, weed, video games, or numbing out with hours of dumb YouTube videos like this one. Listen, addiction is addiction. And if you don't get a grip on it, it's going to strangle the last bit of self-respect that you have left. You might think you're in control, but let's be real, you're not. If you were, you wouldn't be watching this, searching for an answer you already know deep down. The truth is, addiction isn't just about the thing you're addicted to. It's about what's broken inside of you that makes you run to the thing in the first place. Because you don't crave the substance, the high or the hit. You crave the escape, the relief, the silence, the feeling of not feeling. And that's where we start, right there, with that dark, uncomfortable truth that you don't want to face. Because you didn't just wake up one day and decide, hey, I think I'm going to destroy my life with this habit. No, this started a long, long time ago, probably in your childhood when you were taught, whether through neglect, abuse, or just emotional unavailability, that your feelings didn't matter. That when you cried, you were weak. That when you were vulnerable, you were embarrassing. So you learned to shove all that shit down, everything deep down, to suppress it, to cope in ways that felt safer than actually dealing with the pain. Maybe it just started with food. Mom gave you ice cream when you were sad instead of actually talking to you about what was wrong. Maybe you learned to zone out with the TV or video games because the real world was too chaotic, too painful. And now you're a grown-ass adult still running from the same demons, except instead of a pacifier, it's a bottle, it's a vape, it's a browser full of incognito tabs, or whatever poison you picked to numb yourself. But here's the thing about addiction. It's a liar. It promises relief, but it delivers misery. It convinces you that it's helping you cope, but it's actually making you weaker, more dependent, more of a slave to your impulses. And let's not sugarcoat this shit. You are a slave to it. If you wake up thinking about it, if you rearrange your day around it, if you feel like an absolute garbage when you try to stop but keep going back anyways, that's slavery. And it doesn't matter if the chains are made of nicotine, sugar, or dopamine hits from your phone. Chains are chains. Now, I know what you're thinking, but it's not that bad. I can quit anytime I want. Yeah, really? Then do it. Right now, cold turkey. Drop it, walk away, delete the app, throw away the stash, cut off the supplier. Go ahead. No? Exactly. Because it's not about the willpower. It's about identity. As long as you see yourself as a guy who needs this, or a person who always gives in, you will never escape it. You have to stop seeing yourself as an addict. You have to start seeing yourself as someone who is done with this shit. Period. Not trying, not hoping, not on a journey, just done. Burn the ships, no safety net, no excuses. And yes, withdrawal is going to suck. You're going to feel like a toddler having a meltdown in aisle 5 of the grocery store, except instead of a tantrum about candy, it's your nervous system screaming for its fix. Your brain is going to throw every trick in the book at you. Rationalizations, cravings, mood swings, straight up delusions about why just one more time is okay. This is where you separate yourself from the weak version of you that got addicted in the first place. Sit in the discomfort. Let the cravings hit and don't give in. Because every time you resist, you're not just saying no to the addiction. You're saying yes to the man you actually want to be. And let's talk about that man for a second. The version of you who's not ruled by compulsions, who doesn't need a crutch to handle life, who doesn't wake up feeling ashamed or disappointed and stuck in the same cycle of I'll quit tomorrow. Because tomorrow is an illusion. Tomorrow is how addiction keeps you in its grips. The only thing that's real in this moment, right now. And in this moment, you have a choice. Keep going down the path you're on or break free. And breaking free isn't just about stopping the addiction. It's about rewiring the whole way you live. You need to replace that habit with something stronger. Something that builds you instead of destroys you. Exercise, discipline, purpose. You need to stop living like a boy and start living like a man who controls his own damn life. Because at the end of the day, addiction is a choice. Not in the sense that you choose to get hooked, but in the sense that you choose whether or not you stay that way. And yes, it's hard, but so is living with the consequences of being a weak, dependent, regret-filled version of yourself. Choose your hard. And if you're serious about making this shift, then stop waiting for motivation and start building discipline. You're never going to feel ready. You're never going to wake up and magically not want the thing that's been controlling you. You have to act before you feel like acting. You have to walk away while every cell in your body is screaming at you not to. And you don't have to do this alone either. If you're ready to actually break free and rebuild your life, click the link that's in the description and schedule a free call. No more excuses, no more waiting, just action. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your decision to finally take control. So make it now.